well, if you already broke down your employee experience for your team, so these are the 5 and 1 extra bonus point I'm going to keep some and give it to you. So stick around to get the last bonus point at the end. So that's number 1.
And now this is coming, I know, please go on. The factory, so what an important one. Get to this guy, give him on the show! Oh.
And also, first, you need to restructure the team of your HR. If your HR, probably most of the reason is very much admin oriented and doing payrolls, and probably would do different kind of paperwork and doing probably the recruitment. But HR is not about that. HR is about people empowerment. HR needs to build the right strategies and right actions and have to have the right tactics and need the right people in the HR team so actually can build your company as a human capital team. So you need to restructure your team and empower the HR team. You are probably going to bring the right capable people in the HR team and then inspire them and support them to make it happen. So that is the tip number 1. Tip number 2 I want to give you to is the company structure. You need to look at the company structure. Maybe the way you structure the company right now very much not really a employee experience happening right over there. The way the leaders or the managers are onboarding people and offboarding people, you need to look into that one too as well. So that is my tip number 3. So you need to look into the data of the people who are working in a company. So let's say you need to build the right data to see when the people only joining your team. You have to look at the interview data, and when the people are leaving the organization, the exit interview, those are the data as well too. So you may say that, John, I got everything in the paper. You did a terrible mistake, so it's time to undo that, fix that problem. So get those data, put in the system so you can actually get analytics. If you have the right IT team, get them on board and tell them to get it done, because that is one of the things you need to do. Now that I'm going to give you the next advice. Tip number 4. There will be some of the people probably high performing or low performing, but they are directly proportional to your organization and employee experience. Because even they're really good or bad, doesn't matter. They're probably breaking down your employee experience. There is someone doing it, right? It's not about ghost or other people outside the organization is doing it. Your employee experience working means your team's members, someone in the team who are working or some group of people doing something which is destroying your employee experience of your organization. Rather than resisting that thoughts, you accept it and then you take action. So probably you need to identify now who are actually the main capable of people and who are actually breaking your employee experience. Identify them and let them go, because some of the people you cannot just change them, and probably if you really want to change them, it's going to take a long time for you to fix them. So rather than, if you want to make some quick wins, you have to let some people go. Probably not all of them, but if you could identify the most people who are really breaking your employee experience, you can identify them and let them go first. Then it will be an indirect and direct message for the rest of the organization that, hey, we need to pay attention to the employee experience. That is one of the tactics you could do. It could help you getting some quick wins too. But yes, I'm not telling you to be a cruel person to let our big people go away, because at the end of the day, this will have some side effect as well too. So you have to do the right balance and really need to pay attention who need to let it go. Alright? So now the tip number 5. You probably need bring some consultant team as well too to work with you as well and really empower them. So let's say you have an HR team. I don't know how many people you have in an organization. You probably have a team of 100 people or 50 people. You may have enough financial capability to bring someone with like CHR level expertise people, or maybe HR director. You don't have a budget. So what you could do, you could bring up a consultant team to work with you and guide you and empower them so they can even execute it for you as well too, and help you to make it happen. And don't think about consultants are magicians. They will need time, they will need the right inputs, and they need the right empowerments, and that will make it happen. Because at the end of the day, when you bring the consultant, if the win wins, you are winning, because they are fighting for you as a mercenary, right? So don't make that mistake. A lot of CEOs that mistake. They bring the consultant, they think that, oh, they are going to do everything by themselves. We don't need to do anything. They don't need to support them. They don't need to empower them. Don't do that mistake. You'll be just ending up wasting a lot of money. And you're probably damaging your company as well too, because your company still had, end of the day, employee experience problem. So now I want to give you the tip number 6. So this is very important as well too. You have to think about give the ownership of responsibility in the team. Rather than you become a micromanager, you have to look at the micromanagement. So with the micromanagement, what you really need to focus about leadership culture you need to grow. You will be looking for result, you will define the process, but you will not be looking into so much detail-oriented organization, top down. So what you do, result, you standardize the process and you request everyone to follow that process. And if there is a problem issues in your process, in your company, if your company don't have a process, get a consultant on board, help them, work with them and get a map done your whole company process, and you see what are the bottlenecks you can remove. Maybe there is a lot of extra steps you have in your company, which is actually making your company less profitable, taking more time to get things done, and on top of it, making the employees of your team members frustrated because they are not thinking that these are needed, but nobody is listening to it and nobody taking action to fix this process problem. This is something a very undermining thing, but most of the people continuously just overlooking it. The process of your company can have a very frustrating for your team members or your employees, and they can really drive you to nuts, and either they will just give up and go somewhere. And you know what? When your process is bad, who will leave your company first? You know, your best performers, who really care about your organization, they will leave first because they think that we're done, nothing gonna change this organization, nothing is gonna make it better. This company is so slow and I don't want to be part of it. I want to go somewhere else and I want to achieve better thing in my life. So don't do this mistake. And I told you that I'm gonna give you one more bonus. That is also for you. If you're a CEO, this is for you. You need to change. If you think that you want to change your company, the very first person you need to change is yourself. You need to take that accountability that your company need to change. You need to build the right employee experience. And somehow it didn't happen, it broke down, you failed. Your whole leadership team failed. But doesn't mean that you want to fire the whole leadership team and you think that and you recruit new people and it will be better. No, absolutely not. Even you fire the whole leadership team and you recruit the whole leadership team, there's nothing going to change until you change. Because as a CEO, you have to take the accountability that this happens, one of the key reasons, due to you. So you probably need to change a lot of things. I know it's so hard to be a CEO and accepting that I failed and now we need to change a lot of things and what I need to change. If you think that you don't know how to change, get a coach to work with you who already does a good employee experience, who can work with you, who can help you to build the right attitudes, who can help you to build the communication skills, who can build you to different way to engage the staff and engagement as well too, who can help you to gear up your different tools and gears, how to run the meeting example, how to do the right communication example, how to talk to the right people, how to give the feedback, and even let's say how to interview the people as well too, how to give the performance feedbacks to you, and even you can extend it to your leadership team members as well too. So these are, you need to change, and to best way to change is you learn and you get coach and you get supports. Because you could probably say that, oh John, I'm really smart, I'm from Oxford or Stanford, I'm already good. You're good at certain things, but there's a lot of other things you are not good, and that's why your employee experience is broken. Maybe it's not broken, it's not good enough. You want to make it better. So get a coach, get it faster, because those mentor and coach will help you how to shortcut to make the best progress of that employee experience and so on. So you can build up and set your company moving towards success. So that was my 6 tips and 1 bonus, total 7 tips for you to build the right employee experience.
Because in that moment, we are not only supposed to be selling the company, but also to show the culture. People should be excited up front that they will go to work with us.